I think systems are important. I think it's important to put players in positions that give them an opportunity to excel. Then players are important. You got to have good players, within those systems, and then coaching is important. You got to have good coaches. I think at different levels you can get away with it without having some of those different things. I think if you're a really well-coached team at the high school level, that you can win games with pretty average players if you just out-coach them. I think at college you can beat a lot of teams if you just have better players, maybe not as good at coaching. I think in the NFL it takes everything. I think you've got to have good people, you've got to have good coaches, and you've got to have a system that allows everyone to do what they do best. So, any one of those things that are lacking, you're not going to be as good. I think that the system that was in, I think fit our talents. The system that we used last year, I think fit our talents better because there was a number of players that had played within that system for a long time. But then there were a lot of other factors, and then we talked about the injuries. There was a lot of some really key people, that kept us from achieving what we want. So I wouldn't necessarily put it off on the system. I had great coaches throughout my career, and I hate to start naming all the ones that had an impact, but I would say Norv Turner had the biggest influence on my career and our football team when he came in. He coached me for 3 years is all, but just a great football coach. I'm sure you're familiar with him. He went on to become the head coach for the Redskins, and now he's the offensive coordinator for the Chargers. But someone who I really developed my offensive beliefs, and others have influenced that, but the core of what I believe as a quarterback and as an offensive player came from Norv Turner. Hard to say. I think that you'd have to add one other element to that. I think you'd have to say if they didn't change the nature of the game, because right after the 93 season or 94 season, they went to free agency, and we weren't able to, and the salary cap, we weren't able to keep players like we would have been able to had the system not have changed. And I really believe that if we had continued to work under the system and the rules that were in place when we put that team together, I think Jerry would have paid the money to keep the players that were important. Then people have argued that we could have won 5, 6 Super Bowls, and I wouldn't necessarily dispute that. That would have been a lofty accomplishment, but I think we had a football team with players that were capable of doing that. But right in the middle of our success, then they went to free agency, they went to salary cap, and then it dismantled our team. And I say that knowing that Jerry had a huge part to do with the league going to the salary cap. He was a big proponent of that. So we almost brought on our own demise as a result.